Stupid Wi-Fi errors.
We are very sorry. I am very sorry. Just technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, now.
Alright, you gotta redo these tweets. And we're good. Fuck. God damn it.
Oh, yikers.
Place on Instagram, I could just edit it.
What do you mean?
Edit the post.
Oh.
What?
No.
God damn it.
Okay, 8:14. Alright. Seems like we're back.
Boom. Sorry for those technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, but it's all cleared up now.
Okay, alright.
Alright.
Once again, apologize about that. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the most anticipated episode of the Notorious podcast for this year, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Slammy Awards, man, the whole year. Everything anybody's put in to this year culminates right here, where we'll be giving out the virtual awards to these superstars, man. Once again, before we get started, man, if you guys do not know how this podcast works, every week we got 2 shows a week. Fridays specifically for the news. Fridays specifically for the news, and any other time during the week would be for unscripted. How is it running this week? You may ask, because of Christmas. SmackDown is having a dog shit show. However, we will not be on afterwards because A, it's Christmas, and B, everybody's probably going to be emotionally scarred from fucking SmackDown if you are watching it. However, what we're doing though is, obviously this episode would be unscripted, however, is being replaced by the Slammy Awards for 2020. The Notorious Slammy Awards, that is. So you guys will not have to watch WWE's shit Slammy Awards tomorrow morning. And you just get the real, authentic Slammy Awards here, man. And, however, we'll be doing news tomorrow, December 23rd. Yeah, and that'll be your news and your TLC review. So, news is coming early for the week of Christmas, man. Once again, this very, very anticipated episode of the year of the Slammy Awards, but that is not the only anticipated thing that comes with this day, man. And I will get to that after we introduce ourselves. So if you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this podcast. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
It's going good, bro. It's going good. Just, it was a good day, bro. Early in the morning when we were still up, made a cake to like 2 in the morning. It looked not the best, but it tasted absolutely amazing, bro. And then we went to bed, woke up at like 4 o'clock because fuck. And we just watched some Gordon Ramsay and finished these Slammies out, man. But overall, bro, it was a good day, man. Text with family, big day, so just chilling, bro. Just chilling, man. It was a good day. Bro. What about you?
For sure, man. I mean, you basically just described my day too, being that we're sitting right across from each other. But yeah, so, yeah, bro. So yeah, that was pretty much my day as well. And yeah, before we get on to these Slammies, man, I just want to give a happy birthday shout out to none other than Sir K, man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, bro. It's been a long, great friendship. Friendship of like 7 years now. Yeah, man. So, again, happy birthday, bro. Very appreciative of everything that you do here for the podcast, man. And outside of the podcast, too. Just normal-ass life. A lot of great memories, bro. Everywhere from being chased down by security at Shed Aquarium up until meeting Bronson Reed at Target, man. It's been a true honor and a great brotherhood, a great bond that we have, man. And to 19 more birthdays, bro. Wish you the best for sure. Yeah, I'm excited. To see where you go from here, bro. Yeah, bro. For sure. Happy birthday, and I love you, dog.
Thank you, bro. I love you too, bro. It's been crazy since 7th grade, bro. It's been crazy, man. All this crazy shit. All the good times and all the good memories, bro. But it's just gonna keep going.
For sure, man. Alright, and I guess we are going to get it kicked off now with the Slammy Awards, man. We have 3 companies or 3 big categories that we're doing these for. WWE, AEW, and then all of wrestling. So we're going to start it off right now with WWE, man, and we have a lot of categories here for WWE, man. We have everywhere from failed superstar, resurgence, cinematic match, regular match, return, worst booking decision, rivalry of the year, tag team of the year, women's superstar of the year, and male superstar of the year. So without further ado, let's get it kicked off with the failed run of the year, man. Yikes, there was a lot of failed runs this year, man, but we can only narrow it down to 5. We have 5 nominees for each. And by the way, if you guys do follow us on social media, you will see that we posted the All of Pro Wrestling on our page. We did not post all of every single category for every company. So yeah, man. We have 3 big categories, but we only posted the All of Pro Wrestling one. I just wanted to address that. And yeah, man, without further ado, let's get it kicked off with WWE Failed Run of the Year. And the nominees are Retribution, that being Mustafa Ali, Dominic Dijakovic, Dio Madden, Shane Thorne, and Mia Yim, a.k.a. Ali, T-Bar, Slapjack, Mace, and Reckoning. So, what a fucking year they had. Not. What was once limited, now limited. Keith Lee, the bodacious barefoot bro, Matt Riddle, or Riddle. That just goes to show how fucking great his year's going. What once was the Monday Night Delight, the Friday Night Delight, the Shaman is fucking sexy, John Morrison is now Johnny Drip Drip.
God, fucking hate that song.
And I don't know what the hell they call her. I know they call her something, but
just call her something.
I can't remember what it is. But we're gonna call her Failed Rhea Ripley. Yeah, man, how do you want to do this, bro? Do you want me to go first, or?
We could probably trade off everyone, so you go first this time, I'll go first.
How does it usually with news? Don't I? Oh, I usually go first with news, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll just go first. We have a separate award for each, so I picked and then Sir K picked. Obviously, we are 2 different people, so we have different opinions on things. So, okay, well, without further ado, the failed run of the year for Johnny Mayhem, goes to John Morrison, ladies and gentlemen. John Morrison, man, I grew up watching this guy. I grew up wanting this guy to be WWE champion so fucking bad. that I was so goddamn excited for him to come to WWE and just be great, show everybody who the hell John Morrison is and what he was, bro. And them putting him with The Miz was the first step, and the second step was obviously everything they did after that. They did not save his return. They fucking Ryan Satan fucking announced the return. Just overall a botched year for John Morrison. I understand he came back in 2019, I believe, but the run that was supposed to be golden was his run that was supposed to be 2020, but instead we got this shit, and it sucks. It's so sad to hear Sir Kay say that he sees nothing in John Morrison because he did not watch him growing up. And as sad as that is, you can't blame him, because if this is your first time seeing John Morrison, what is there to him? He's so amazing and such a great talent that people, just newer watchers, don't know about. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just sad. It's just incredibly sad, man. But who you got, bro?
God, man, I just had to go with the amazing group of Retribution, man. Bro, how do you ruin the career of, what is it, five employees? You ruin their career. Now, like, someone like Dio Madden, he didn't really have a career before this, but he had potential. I liked him. I thought, yeah, I could see this guy doing something. Now, nope. Fucking Slapjack, who is he? Shane Thorne. Now, with his ass, the person he should be mad at is Nick Miller. That motherfucker left him for dead in this company, and now he is dead in this company because his name is Slapjack. He wears a paper mache mask over his face, and he gets beat by Ricochet. How do you get beat by 2020 Ricochet? And then, who else? Mia Yim. Now, I never really saw much in Mia Yim. She was always cringy. Never really cared for her. But Reckoning, how can you expect to take someone seriously with the name of Reckoning? I don't even know. I didn't even see nothing in her. I didn't see much in her, to be honest. And this completely killed it for me. And you got Mustafa Ali. Now, I like the way they're pronouncing his name now, but he's a joke now. Listen, I love Ali. I always loved Ali. As much as I loved Kofi Mania, I would have rather had Mustafa Ali in that spot. It's just how it is, bro. And now, they made him. Of course, yes, he's trying to defend this. He's trying to make it good. But the more he defends it, the worse it looks, man. This is just so bad. They threw him in here because they knew this faction was garbage. They knew that they done fucked up. So they threw him in here because they know they failed with the hacker gimmick. So they were like, let's cover it up with Retribution. And it's so bad. If you believe this garbage, you are a dumb fuck. It's just how it is. And then, in my opinion, the saddest one out of all, Dominic Dijakovic turned in to T-Bar. No, you guys heard me correctly. T-Bar. They shaved his head, put him on this mask and face paint, made him gain some weight to look more like a big guy, and they literally killed him, bro. Like, Vince McMahon covered up murders. He just committed one with how he treated Dominic Dijakovic, bro. They literally killed 5 people in one group. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, man, most definitely. And moving on here, man, to the next category. We have WWE, a little bit more on the positive side here. We have Career Resurgence of the Year, man. Getting this kicked off, the nominees are Alexa Bliss, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and Bobby Lashley. Obviously, everybody had a great year. As far as the Resurgence goes, Bobby Lashley is not even like the same person legally as he was in 2018. Alexa Bliss was literally trash as fuck earlier this year. Drew McIntyre went from being just another guy on the roster to the guy on the roster. Roman Reigns obviously turned heel, literally switching his momentum, his momentum shift with the fans at a complete 180, and Finn Balor transforming into the Prince and just having a fantastic year. Obviously, he turned into the Prince last year, but he really came into his own this year, and I thought he had a fantastic year. And without further ado, my Resurgence of the year in 2020 goes to none other than Alexa Bliss, ladies and gentlemen. The Fiend's misses. I love what they were able to do, and that goes to show not only how great she is as far as character work goes, not in the ring, of course, but as far as her character work goes, her and Wyatt, I believe, are definitely 100% made for each other in that aspect of it, because those two are just phenomenal together, and it just goes to show how much Bray Wyatt cares about once again having to redo his gimmick and add new life and new concept to it and add layers to it. But you also get to see the greatness of Alexa Bliss and how she's been able to transform and really own that character and take it. And it's been nothing short of great up until this point, man. So who do you got for your Resurgence of the year?
For the career Resurgence, man, I had to go with Roman Reigns, bro. God, this motherfucker went from suffering succotash to, after Bray Wyatt's departure from SmackDown, being the only reason people watched SmackDown. And that's something crazy. If you would have told me, not even last year, just 2018, 2017, 2016, that Roman Reigns would be one of the best things on WWE TV, I would have called you an idiot, because if it was that Roman, kill me. But this Roman, he's different. First of all, he's heel, which he had to force them to make him heel, so that just goes to show how Vince McMahon is. He became heel, bro. He became the head of the table, the tribal chief, completely changed it up. He's no longer the big dog. This is no longer his yard. It's his island. He's the head of the table, and it's great, man. The way he treats Jey Uso and the way he'll treat Jimmy when he comes back, the way he just treats everybody, the way his attitude is. Now, I don't like Heyman with him. I don't see a point with Heyman with him, but he even treats Heyman under him. So, and it's just overall great, man. He's got, of course, Roman Reigns still is the best in the ring and on the mic, but he's improved, at least, especially on the mic, man. He knows what he can and could do on the mic now, man. He's not saying no suffering succotash, being not the guy. That God. Ugh. He just says what's up, man, and he owns it, bro. And he's really good in that regard, man. And in the ring, he's still kind of a cardboard cutout, but he embraces it, weirdly enough, man, and he makes do with it. They know how to cover it up by putting him with, for the most part, ring generals.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, what a year for him. Moving on here, we have the WWE Return of the Year. A lot of returns this year. Ladies and gentlemen, in WWE's version, somehow Goldberg is on their list. Please shoot yourself dead.
Seriously.
Please.
Fuck Goldberg.
Anyway. WWE Return of the Year, man, and the nominees are Edge at the Royal Rumble 2020. What a return, what a shock that was. Roman Reigns at SummerSlam 2020. Talk about a shock. What a fucking shock, man. John Cena from February 28th, 2020, man. What what a great return from Cena, man. Coming back to yet again put on a great storyline and yet again put the new talent and the new roster over. Cena is the embodiment of what a WWE legend should be. Fantastic return by John. Sami Zayn's return from August 28th, 2020 version of SmackDown. Obviously, he came out and kicked Jeff Hardy in the head, declaring that he was the actual Intercontinental Champion. So, what a great return. What a shocking return at that. And last but certainly not least, man, MVP from Royal Rumble 2020. That is where he returned. Not so much of the return itself, like Edge. Edge had like the return itself was fantastic, but MVP and what came after that. This guy rejuvenated 3 guys' careers, and yeah. So, like I said, not so much of the return itself, but what came with his return was and has been up until this point magic, bro. So, without further ado, man, the return of the year for me goes to none other than the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Now, did I agree with the actual return itself? No. In that same breath, was it shocking as shit? Yes. Incredibly shocking at that. Like, did not see that coming at all. Hence why WWE and their corny asses called SummerSlam "You'll Never See It Coming" as the tagline, because nobody, and I don't care who you are, you did not fucking see that coming. In any breath of the word. But same thing with MVP here, man. Not so much of the return. Well, the return itself was shocking. I just hated what they were doing to Bray. Heartbreaking, anger, all of those emotions went through me, man. But yeah, man. I mean, he went on to have one of the best feuds of the year with his cousin Jey Uso, man. He's telling great storyline work here with Kevin Owens. Fantastic storyline work here with Kevin Owens, or fantastic storyline work with Jey Uso, I mean. And yeah, man, I mean, his run and his rejuvenation, since we were just talking about that, man, up until this point has been absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, man, Roman Reigns gets the award for me. What about you, man?
Yeah, bro, nice. My return of the year has to go to MVP. Of course, it's not because he came back and wrestled. God, no. Kill me in that regard, man. But it's what he did in the months after, man. He started the group of the Hurt Business, man, with Bobby Lashley, and he rejuvenated 3 careers that were either dead or damn near dead. You had Shelton Benjamin, who's at that point just a guy on the roster at that point, man. Came back, done nothing, became nothing, and was nothing on the roster. Come back, and he's now a great piece to the Hurt Business, bro. And then you got Cedric Alexander, who went from a catering MVP to an actual MVP because of MVP, man. And it's just great shit, man. And then Bobby Lashley, someone who you would have asked me in 2018, 2019, I would say this man is garbage. He sucks. Release him. Can't do anything. And now he's become a genuinely great U.S. champion, man. And that's something to say because he's a U.S. champion and he is good. He is a good U.S. champion. That's a shocker in itself, man. But MVP just rejuvenated the careers of all these guys, man. And it's just been great, man. Hope this group is together for a fat minute, man. They need to be together. They should be together, and it's all because of MVP, bro. He's great on the mic. He's great in that business manager role, man, and he really came to his own, man. Do I like that he still wrestles? No, but it doesn't ruin anything for me, man. But I definitely got to go with MVP just for what he did after he came back.
Yeah, man, for sure. By the way, you remember that feud between the Hurt Business and Retribution?
Barely.
Was there ever a conclusion to that?
I think they just had like one match.
Right.
And just gave up.
Didn't Retribution lose too?
Mm-hmm. Fucking losers.
Yikes. Next up, man, we have the worst booking decision of the year for WWE. Could we have had 20 nominees? Correct.
Yeah.
To our halt, we only had to narrow this down to 5, so I think we hit it right on the head. I apologize if we forgot some, but can you blame us, man? There's so many fucking bad booking decisions. We could have put fucking the year-long feud between Seth and ruining the Messiah gimmick. We could have put fucking
Morrison.
Oh my god, so many bad booking decisions. Well, we had to narrow it down to 5, and I think we narrowed it down to the right amount, man. And the nominees are: Goldberg beats The Fiend Bray Wyatt at Super Showdown 2020. Charlotte goes down to NXT. Otis wins Mr. Money in the Bank. The whole debut for Retribution, and obviously the whole run for Retribution, and the repackage, basically the main roster call-up, of Keith Lee. God, we could have put breaking up Heavy Machinery, breaking up Almas and Vega,
Fuck.
Literally so many.
No tag team division.
The basketball games between the War Raiders and the Street Profits.
Oh god, the way they made the War Raiders become
Raw Underground.
God.
Oh my god. So many bad booking decisions, man. But, again, we had to narrow it down to 5. And for me, man, the nominee, or the winner, for me, goes to what I will always say is the birth child to the Notorious Heels podcast. Goldberg beats The Fiend Bray Wyatt at Super Showdown 2020. I always say, man, that was the birth child for this podcast because I was so angry. I came to the conclusion that
You had to come back.
I had to come back, bro. I had to have a platform to talk, to express my ideas, because I know how great me and Sir K are at analyzing this shit, breaking it down, understanding it. And here we are, 37 episodes in. So, although, if that would have never happened, who knows if we would have ever been back. I think we would have, maybe. But, through and through, this was the birth child for it. And this... That's the only positive from that booking decision.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the TV show side of it, bro, and if you look at the reality of it, I'm gonna say this until the day I die: the worst booking decision in WWE history. Who the fuck okayed that? Who, bro? Goldberg. This made Goldberg at an instant the most hated man in the history of wrestling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Or in WWE now in history, bro. This guy has a zero fucking talent. This guy's had a career that people nowadays that can barely get a shot dream of, and you still have the urge in your fucking soul to just keep taking, just keep milking the fucking business for everything it has. And it got so bad to the point where he thought it was a good decision to beat The Fiend Bray Wyatt and take the Universal Championship from him and rob him of the WrestleMania Universal Championship match, which should have been with fucking John Cena, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. What a selfish ass motherfucker, and he deserves to never be allowed back in wrestling ever again. He deserves to be blackballed for being a selfish fucking prick. So Goldberg could go fuck himself. He's not a fucking superhero. He's a super villain, and he proved it on this night, man. What a bitch. Again, fuck you, Goldberg, and rotten hell. Who do you got, man?
Goddamn, bro. I would have chose Goldberg beating Bray Wyatt, but I want to talk about this, bro. Charlotte. What I chose was Charlotte to NXT, bro. And it all started in January when Charlotte won the Women's Royal Rumble. Now, we all knew it was gonna happen eventually, but the way it happened and the way the news afterwards came out, why it happened, is just another reason I can't stand Charlotte. Originally, Shayna Baszler was going to win the 2020 Women's Royal Rumble, but Charlotte stopped them, said a woman from NXT shouldn't win it because whatever, her dumbass reason, and that she should win it. So, she wins the Women's Royal Rumble, and guess who challenges her? Rhea Ripley, man. Now, this is a unbelievably white hot Rhea Ripley, bro. Like, she was unbelievably over to the fucking moon, man. So, they have Rhea Ripley challenge Charlotte. So Charlotte accepts, and they go on. And what takeover was it? Portland?
Which one?
The one where Charlotte beat Rhea?
That was at Mania.
Oh yeah, that was at Mania. So they put that match on WrestleMania, and guess what happens? Charlotte Flair beats Rhea Ripley and wins the NXT Women's title, man. First of all, Charlotte just did it to have another notch under her belt, obviously, man. And simultaneously, she ruined the career, at least. She can, get it back, but up until now, so far, she has ruined the career of Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has become nothing ever since that loss, bro. Even when we post the pictures of the failed runs on our Instagram, 2 Rhea Ripley mark accounts like the post. Even they know how bad she has become in 2020 because of Charlotte Flair.
I just seen one like mine too.
God, bro. Bro. Charlotte Flair literally ruined the NXT Women's Division. Who has cared about that Women's Division since Charlotte came on to it? Exactly, bro. That Women's Division has become... It's not become garbage, it's just become meaningless. Charlotte literally killed that Women's Division, man. And all because she wants another accolade, bro. And look what Charlotte just did when she came back. Comes back instantly. Wins those main roster tag women's title, man. And guess who from? Shayna Baszler, bro. If Shayna Baszler does not hate Charlotte Flair, then she's I don't know, man, because I hate her just being a fan, let alone being on the roster with her, man. But she ruined the entire NXT Women's Division, so I chose her on that list for me.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. What a good year for bad booking decisions, man. I mean, what a year for them. They're
Truly.
living it up, man. Those fucking bad booking decisions. What a fucking year for them. Yikes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Next topic. WWE Match of the Year. Wow, man. What a year. What a year for great matches, bro. What a year. Couple of them. Not too many, but when they were great, man. And here are the nominees. Keith Lee versus Dominik Dijakovic. Yes, that's the same guy that's now T-Bar and the other guy that wears a t-shirt. Yes. Anyway, Keith Lee versus Dominik Dijakovic from NXT TakeOver Portland. The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan in a strap match from Royal Rumble 2020. Roman Reigns defends the Universal Championship against Jey Uso in a I Quit Hell in a Cell match. Sami Zayn versus Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles from Clash of Champions 2020. And Walter versus Ilya Dragunov from the October 29th edition of NXT UK. There are your nominees, man. And the winner for me goes to Walter versus Ilya Dragunov from October 29th, 2020 for the NXT UK Championship on NXT UK. ladies and gentlemen, if you have not watched this match, please go watch the match.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Was this one of the most hard-hitting matches you can ever see? And, I mean, oh my god, just incredible. Incredible magic from these guys, man. And, my god, I mean, just... it's hard to even wrap my head around it, bro. I mean, these two put on an absolute classic that just it would get to the point. It got to the point where I legitimately thought that Dragunov was on cocaine or about to die because this dude just had so much energy. He was so hype, and he just had so much energy, and he's eating all these chops, and Walter's just giving it to him. And there were points in the match where you're like, oh my god, is this guy seriously about to beat Walter? But in the end, the ring general proves that he is at the top of the class in WWE, and he is one of the best talents in the world. If you ask me, he's top 3. When you look at a guy who's mastered the big man, when you look at the guy who's mastered the traditional big man, so to say, in a modern way, and somebody who just makes it absolutely cringeworthy to watch in the best way possible, you're looking at Walter. And when you're looking at somebody who is just tough as fucking nails, and just it's just completely insane, you are looking at Ilya Dragunov, bro. 2 tremendous talents. Walter was just dishing it out to him the whole match. Dragunov was giving it back. The hits just kept getting harder and harder, and it was an incredible match, one for the ages. And for me, that has my vote for match of the year. Tip my hat off again to Walter, who, like I said, is top 3 in the entire fucking world. Don't at me. And Dragunov, who is, my God, what a amazing newcomer that they got, bro. Fantastic match by these guys. And again, I tip my hat off to them. And for me, they get match of the year, man.
Yeah, bro. Most definitely, bro. God, we share the same match of the year, man. Man, that match was unbelievable, bro. I was cringing during that whole match in the right way, bro. I thought Ilya Dragunov, like you said, was either on cocaine or that motherfucker is just something else, man. His ass was eating Walter chops and laughing. He was laughing at Walter chops. The motherfucker looked like he was having a seizure with his selling, bro. He was just that good, bro. I just love these two, man. That match was fucking crazy, man. Everything you said about it was true, and my God, bro, I love that match, bro. Walter, top guy,
Standard.
Easily, the standard. If you want to be a modern big man with the traditional big man style that people preach about, that 30-year-olds on Twitter preach about so much, you're looking at Walter, bro. Walter is the perfect version of that, man. And then Ilya Dragunov is just the craziest and coolest motherfucker. What the fuck?
It's a random ass interference.
Oh yeah, he's a team for us.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, bro, that match was just amazing. Top tier match. Definitely WWE's match of the year, bro. That shit was just, I loved it, man. And I can't wait to see what those two do again, man. But definitely match of the year.
Most definitely, bro. Again, I just want to say Walter, bro, the standard for... Bro, if NXT UK wasn't closed down half of the year, this guy would have definitely been Superstar of the Year, one of in the nominees for Superstar of the Year because, bro, this guy, man, I can't get over how good Walter is, bro. Like I said, most big mans nowadays, I'm not. Before I say this, I'm not dogging on it. I'm just saying, most of the big men nowadays like to jump around. They like to fly, and that's fantastic because there's a lot of great Keith Lee, Brian Cage, a whole bunch of them. I could go on. But talk about somebody who, not even for just big men, bro, but people like Orton that say, "Oh, well, I want to use longevity to. That's why I don't jump around or anything. Walter shows that all of what they say is bullshit because he can put on a slow-paced match and have it be the most intriguing thing you've ever watched in your fucking life, man. This guy, bro, has opponent dissection down to a fucking T. Walter is the standard, bro. I don't care what anybody says for wrestling, bro. More so for big men, bro. Walter's the standard, bro. Moving on. And that's why he gets match of the year, 100%. Oh, yeah. And moving on, man, the WWE Cinematic Match of the Year, and your nominees are the Firefly Funhouse match from WrestleMania 36, the Boneyard match from WrestleMania 36 between AJ Styles and The Undertaker, and also the Firefly Funhouse match between Bray Wyatt and John Cena, the Swamp Fight between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman from Extreme Rules 2020, One Final Beat between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa from the April 8th edition of NXT, and the Money in the Bank ladder match between, I can't even remember who was in it. It was Ray, Otis, Corbin, Black, AJ, Bryan, and I think that was it. And then for the women, it was Asuka, Lacey, I can't remember. Man. But nonetheless, it was a pretty good match. But yeah, man. And the winner of the cinematic match of the year for me goes to Bray Wyatt and John Cena for the cinematic match masterpiece that they put on at WrestleMania 36. That was the greatest cinematic match I ever watched. That was a dissection. We just talked about dissections with Walter. That was a cinematic dissection of not only the body, but the life of John Cena, man. And it was fantastic. He brought Cena to the depths of hell, of his personal hell. He rewrote his history. In the same breath, Wyatt was rewriting his history and what happened at WrestleMania 30. What a fantastic, my God, what a fantastic match. What a fantastic story behind it. What great storytelling from these two. Just goes to show how great these two are in a feud, and it goes to show how great Bray Wyatt and John Cena are individually as well. And again, fantastic match from these two, and for me, is not only the best cinematic match I ever watched, but that was the cinematic match of 2020, hands down.
Most definitely, bro. Again, we share the same in these nominees, man. I have to go with the Firefly Funhouse match. Man, bro, that was like how old people, well, not old people, older people probably watch these reboots of these old horror movies. It was just a nostalgic and just amazing watch of the Firefly Funhouse, bro. They broke down John Cena's history in different eyes, bro, and not John Cena's eyes in more of a negative light, but of course not. They don't hate John Cena. It's just a play on the storyline, on the Bray Wyatt character's hatred for John Cena, and it was just amazing, man. You had Cena in all of his forms, from his debut to Thugonomics to Prime Cena to every Cena, man. If only. Now this match is perfect, man. The only thing that would have made it even better was if they got the Nexus to show up and make a reference in that. If they would have got that,
or like a Punk reference or something,
that would have been unbelievable, man. But overall, it was just unbelievable. It was just nostalgia for both John Cena and Bray Wyatt, man. Seeing Bray Wyatt's history, seeing the scenes of him in whatever he was in, the compound. You saw glimpses of Sister Abigail. You saw him talking about the past. You saw his hatred for John Cena, and it was just so amazing, man. And it just ended in the great quote of the most overhyped, overappreciated, how did it go?
Ending the existence of the most overhyped, overprivileged.
Yeah,
there was another one.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Overprivileged, overhyped, I don't even know, man, but overrated character in wrestling. And even though John Cena said Bray Wyatt to Bray Wyatt, it's John Cena, man, and that was just amazing. That's straight poetry, bro, and definitely cinematic match. WWE cinematic match of the year.
No question, bro. No question. And as for the WWE rivalry of the year, the nominees are, just got done talking about them, Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, Karrion Kross versus Keith Lee, Bayley versus Sasha Banks, and Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, and Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman, man. A lot of people didn't like that feud, man. A lot of people did not like the feud. I thought Bray and Braun was solid. I thought they pulled out all the stops. I thought they did everything very well. I thought it was a very nice summer feud. And yeah, man, definitely for sure. But in the end, the winner goes to Bray Wyatt and John Cena once again. I mentioned earlier John Cena came back on the February 28th edition of SmackDown, and he came back and he was greeted by an angry, fresh off a Goldberg loss, Fiend, and they started up their feud. I will never forget when Bray Wyatt said, "This is gonna be a slaughter, you just don't know it yet." Fucking fantastic, bro. Or, man, we'll get on to another thing they did earlier on in the show when we get to segment of the year, man. But, man, such a fantastic feud of the year. It was short and sweet. It really was. It was fucking amazing for everything that it was. It like I said, it was short, but it didn't overstay its welcome. It was a simple storyline being told. It was fucking fantastic, and that's why I will sing Bray Wyatt's praises till the fucking day I die, and John Cena as well, because those two are absolutely fucking fantastic, man.
Yeah, bro. Again, we're going with the same pick for this nominee, bro. I have to go with John Cena and Bray Wyatt, man. That feud was years in the making, man. It was ever since WrestleMania 30 when Cena. Now people throw the word buried around a lot, but that was a legitimate burial from John Cena to Bray Wyatt, and this was the payback, this was the reversal, this was the revenge for Bray Wyatt of that feud in WrestleMania 30, man. This feud, man, the build-up was amazing, man, and the culmination was even better, man. The segments they had are fucking on the list of segments of the year, man. The moments, just the idea of those two coming together. The only thing that could have improved this feud was the idea of Cena winning number 17 on his record and Bray Wyatt stopping him from that, man. That would be true poetry, bro. Though it didn't go as planned because of someone, that bald fuck, Bill, and I ain't talking about the Mattel guy. But man, this feud was just amazing, man. It was just good to see. It was redemption. It was a change forward for Bray Wyatt. The change didn't last, but the change was there, man, and it was just amazing to see, man. And this is definitely WWE's rivalry of the year, bro.
For sure, man. And moving on to the big three, we have the tag team of the year. And the nominees are the Golden Role Models, Bayley and Sasha Banks, Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle, the Broserweights, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits, the Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston and Big E before they broke up earlier this year of the New Day, and MVP Bobby Lashley, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin of the Hurt Business, man. Those are your nominees. Yes, the Broserweights are in here. That just goes to show how shitty of a fucking year WWE had with tag teams, to the point where the Broserweights, who were supposed to be a makeshift tag team and eventually break up and feud with each other, ended up being in the nominees for Tag Team of the Year. So, there you go, man. Yes, so yeah, those are your nominees again, and the winner is, for me, the winner is the Golden Role Models, man. Bayley and Sasha Banks. Yes, they won Tag Team of the Year over every male tag team in here. That just goes to show how shitty of a fucking year the women, and not only the women, but the men had it for a tag team division this year. It was fucking horrendous. It was horrible. It was trash. It was fucking everything but a great tag division. It was everything but AEW's tag division. So,
Bad.
yes, but one of the bright spots of this year, as far as tag team goes, are Bayley and Sasha Banks. What a tremendous story being told to finally culminate in their feud, which was everything we thought it would be. Fantastic. These two ladies put on a great feud, and stemming the original roots for their feud was the Golden Role Models. It was a fantastic visual to see them with the tag belts and both women's belts. They were running shit. They were on fucking NXT. They were on Raw. They were on SmackDown. They were facing EO. They were doing it this summer, bro. These two showed exactly why they belong. These two showed that they are fucking dogs, and they are here to stay, bro. And they are absolutely incredible. And yeah, they both of them through that run have made themselves undeniable, 100%. What a fantastic year from the Golden Role Models, man.
Yeah, bro. Again, we got the same, man. I had to go with the Golden Role Models. Who am I gonna pick? The Street Profits? Get the fuck out of here, bro. The greatest tag team WWE had this year was the Golden Role Models, bro. Bayley and Sasha, bro. We've been fucking fans of them since we got into the shit. Well, since you got back into it and I got into it, man. They're Bayley and Sasha, bro. They put on the best women's match ever, and now they're running shit as a tag team. Knew it. And it's not shocking, but it's just good to see, man. And it's just sad. It's sad on WWE's part, man. If you would ask, in 2018, WWE had an amazing tag division, bro. And look where they've become, man. We're the best tag team is the Golden Role Models, man. Fucking A. Is the Golden Role Models, bro. They are an amazing tag team, man. They were one of the only reasons that during the summer that I even glanced at the main roster, bro. If I was watching these shows live, if I was watching clips, it was either Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman or the Golden Role Models, bro. They ran shit. It was such a good visual. See them with the tag titles and their respective women's titles, man. Even though they gave Sasha a fucking week. What was it, like a week with that fucking title, man? Now, this better be the redemption, bro. She only can lose it at Mania, man. But for the summer, that shit was just great. The Golden Role Models are definitely WWE's tag team of the year. And if you say differently, you are a fucking idiot. But that's mine. That's my pick too, bro.
100%, man. 100%. And as for the female superstar of the year, man, the nominees are Io Shirai, Asuka, Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Shotzi Blackheart. Io had a fantastic year. Asuka had a okay year. It was up there. It was all right. Io had a great year after she beat Charlotte. Bayley had a fantastic year. Sasha had a fantastic year, and Shotzi Blackheart finally started to come into her own. They started to gain more trust in her and give her more of a prominent role. She's fantastic. But the winner for me is none other than Bayley, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic year Bayley had, bro. Women's champ throughout the whole year, man. Fantastic matches with Asuka, bro. Fantastic matches with literally everybody, man. Bayley just, I believe she had a match with Carmella earlier this year. She brought Carmella to a great match. What a fantastic fantastic year from Bayley. And obviously the start of the Golden Role Models, and from there on, bro, it was just gold. for Bayley, bro. What a fantastic year. Going on to then feud with Sasha Banks, have the longest SmackDown Women's Championship reign in history. What a year from Bayley. I'm excited to see what she can do next year. And yeah, man, Bayley's my pick, man. And again, what a fantastic year from Bayley, bro. Finally, the company starts to believe in her, and same thing goes for Sasha, man. But finally, they were able to make themselves undeniable talent. What a fantastic year from Bayley. Super excited to see what she can do next year, man. I've always been a fan of Bayley ever since 2015. Ever since I started getting back into this, 2016, I mean. And yeah, man, what a fantastic year for Bayley. And yeah, man, for me, she wins Female Superstar of the Year.
Yeah, bro, and my pick is gonna have to be the other side of the coin to that pick, and I have to go with Sasha Banks, bro. It is so good to see Sasha do good, man. She is one of the worst treated in the Four Horsewomen, bro. My God, from constantly being basically just wins for Charlotte back in 2017, man, did nothing from 2018 and 2019. And now she's finally getting the chances and the spotlight that she deserves, man. Although Bayley ran shit this year, man. Longest reigning SmackDown champ. Doing great. Came into her heel run. Sasha Banks, man. She is just... I'm always been more of the Sasha guy. You've been the Bayley guy. And it's just so good to see both of them do great, man. And so good to see Sasha do good, man. Although they did have that fluke with that fucking Raw Women's title, but it's them, it's them booking Sasha Banks, so what do you expect, bro? But they put the SmackDown Women's title on her from Bayley, man, and she kept it ever since, man. And she's just been doing great, she's just been doing great, man. She got accolades of the tag team titles, and both the Raw and the SmackDown Women's title, man. And it's just so good to see, man. And all it's missing is just for her to hold that thing for a fat minute, man. I think that's what she's gonna do, man. But it's just so good to see Sasha doing good, man. The other side of the coin to your Bayley pick, and yeah, man, I just had to go with Sasha, man. It's just good to see her doing good.
Yeah, good year for them in general. Moving on, man. We got the WWE Superstar of the Year for the males. And the nominees are Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Karrion Kross, Randy Orton, and The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. The winner for me goes to none other than Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen. Aside from that one botch at Hell in a Cell, that was the most useless thing that stifled his momentum so bad. I thought he has been consistent this year. I thought he taught us all that baby faces in WWE can be cool again. I thought that he just had a tremendous year. And I thought he had a great run with the title. He's having a great run with the title. Well, now it's a little weird, but his first run with the title was very well. I don't really like what he's doing with the Miz now, but it's neither here or there. It looks like the fucking guy's gonna get the briefcase back. If he gets the briefcase back and loses it, just retire. Just retire. Just retire the Money in the Bank, bro, and retire the Miz too. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, all these guys had a great year, man. But I think this one for me definitely goes to Drew McIntyre. I thought he, like I said, showed us that baby faces can be cool again, and he's definitely had a great run with his title. And I'm excited to see what we can do with his reign from now on. I mean, it's not really looking the best at the moment, but hopefully it picks up, man. So yeah, for me, male Superstar of the Year definitely goes to Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, bro. Your pick is great. I'm gonna have to go with Bray Wyatt, man. Although they shafted Bray Wyatt a good amount this year, man. But when don't they? From Goldberg to SmackDown. We all know what happened, and certain points his this year for him wasn't great, but overall, man, he has been the one to, even though he's been shafted so much, he makes it great, man. From the from the feud with Cena to to the feud with Braun. Even though a lot of people hated that feud with Braun, man, I loved it, man. I love to see that old Wyatt come back, man. The references, all that shit, man. That shit was fucking great, man. Did we do segment? Did we segment of the year?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
They didn't have enough good ones. They had a couple.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Bray Wyatt, man. From putting Bliss with him, giving her career resurgence, man, and just going against Orton, man. That shit with Orton. Although they did it at fucking TLC, it was still great, man. That Inferno match, or that Firefly Inferno match, it was great, bro. That ending was great. There was one thing I would have changed with how they sold the fire itself, but overall, it was great, man. It's supposed to be the Fiend's death, and it's only the Fiend's death because Bray Wyatt has to yet again rewrite his character because WWE tried to kill him, man. Although they've somewhat succeeded through every killing of Bray Wyatt always finds a way to make good out of it, man. And that is why he's on this list for me, man. That is why he's my pick, bro. Through every bullshit thing they throw at this man, he somehow fixes it in a way, and he's great at it, man. I mean, he's gotten used to it at this fucking point, so that's just second nature to him, is fixing their wrongs. But he's just so good at fixing wrongs, man, that this year has just... He's been trooper through this year, and he definitely deserves that award, bro.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Great choice there. Definitely Bray Wyatt. That one, I think, to a lot of people is debatable, but his passion to not give up is fantastic. Fantastic, bro. Moving on to AEW, man. Here we go with the AEW Slammies of the year before we get on to the big boys. AEW failed run of the year, and the nominees go to Miro, Cody, Hikaru Shida, Lance Archer, and Jurassic Express. Obviously, Lance Archer did not pan out to be as big as anybody thought he would be. Jurassic Express coming into this year were some of the most over talents, and they just flopped on their face. If you ask me, I'd say you gotta go back to what worked, bro. You gotta go back to just Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, bro. You can, trust me, you can find something else for Marco Stunt to do. I'm telling you, bro. Not everybody has to be in a faction. These two were not made to be in some three-man group. Just a boy and his fucking dinosaur. So, yeah, man. So, Hikaru Shida, what the fuck? Did she even have a year? Cody disappointed a lot of people this year. He disappointed me this year. And Miro, well, all I'm going to say is he got put with Kip Sabian. Those are your nominees, and the winner for me goes to none other than Miro, ladies and gentlemen. Miro, what an underwhelming year for him. He came to AEW, cut a great promo, and I thought that was going to be the start to something special with him, man, and it wasn't. And he got put with Kip Sabian, and up until this point, he has been an afterthought. He hates Orange Cassidy's guts for no fucking reason. When Trent was the one that broke his game, and that's what they're fighting over. He broke an arcade. Like, bro, how much money do you guys make? Just fucking get a new one. But yeah, for me, gotta go with Miro, man. Who do you got?
Yeah, bro. For this run, I'm gonna have to go with Cody, man. Now listen, 2019, you would ask me about Cody, I would say he's great. I would say I loved Cody, and he's just great at what he does. But this year, the way he booked himself was just not it, man. Cody, he's not Johnny Gargano, and I don't care what he says, I don't care what he believes, he's not, bro. And the way his TNT run panned out, it was just not good. Cody is a storyline guy, and he has to learn and embrace. This motherfucker the way he sees this business is so stupid. He doesn't believe in roles. He doesn't believe in the mid card. He doesn't believe in so much shit. Like, dude, roles exist. The mid card exists. That's not a bad thing. And your role is storytelling, bro. Like, listen, you're not bad in the ring, but you're not Johnny Gargano, and that's not a bad thing, bro. It's rare. It's not if everyone was Johnny Gargano, then Johnny Gargano wouldn't be special. So it's just how it is, man. And that's what Cody failed to realize. And he just, to me, he really stifled the TNT title, and he stifled the entire AEW mid card division, man. He held it down for a fat minute, man. And it's just now getting a chance to revive itself, man. But I put Cody on that list. Like, I love the guy. He just needs to learn how to book himself.
Yeah. And he needs to learn that things he does have an effect to things around him as well. Yes, okay. Moving on here, man. The AEW return / debut of the year. This could be a return to a familiar face. That's why it's titled Return, but some people may find it more simpler if we call it a debut. Some of them are either or. You're either getting a return or a debut, but technically all of them are returns because a lot of these people we've seen before. So, Pac's return from the November 11th edition of Dynamite, where he came out and confronted Eddie Kingston. Brody Lee's return / debut from the March 18th edition of Dynamite, which was the first Empty Arena show. Sting's debut from December 2nd, literally 3 weeks ago. Matt Hardy's debut from March 18th edition of Dynamite, declaring himself as the 5th member in the Stadium Stampede. And Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood of FTR from the May 27th edition of Dynamite, man. What a fantastic debut that was. What a fantastic debut / return all of these were, man. But if there can only be one winner, I gotta go with Dax and Cash of FTR, man. What a seismic shift in that tag division when those two pulled up in that old school truck, bro. Fantastic, man. Fantastic that shit was. And this return was also what came with it, bro. It came with the AEW tag team division now having the possibility of doing the Bucks versus FTR. And it was fantastic, man. It was fantastic. And these guys just did so much for the tag division. They added so much prestige, and they've been nothing short of fantastic ever since arriving in that company, man. So, for me, they win AEW return / debut of the year.
Same, bro. I had to go with the same one, man. FTR, where people talk a lot about moving the needle. FTR, two guys that in the tag team division definitely can and had moved the needle, bro. Arguably, depending on who you ask, the best tag team in the world, or they are literally on par with the Young Bucks for best tag team in the world, man. And FTR just proved that with their return and debut onto AEW. Two people that are such different, but exactly the same as they were, man. In a perfect way, bro. And they're at it again in AEW, man. People couldn't wait for them to come to AEW, and it was just the idea of the literal ultimate modern day dream match of FTR and the Young Bucks, man. And we got that match, and we'll talk about that match later. Well, I think right now. Wait, no, later. But it's just amazing to see them in AEW, man. And their debut was definitely a change in that already great tag team division, bro. So they're definitely my pick for return / debut for AEW.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. And moving on here, we have AEW segment of the year, and the nominees are the sit-down interview with Jim Ross between the Bucks, Adam Hangman Page, and Kenny Omega on the February 16th edition of Dynamite, the Dinner Debonair segment on the October 21st edition of Dynamite, the Pac vignettes from the November 5th edition of Dynamite. The Exalted One reveals himself on the March 18th edition of Dynamite. And Jake the Snake greets Cody, warns Cody on the March 5th edition of Dynamite, man. So, for me, man, out of all those nominees, the winner goes to the Exalted One revealing himself, man. Complete shocker from Brody Lee here. Everybody and their mother thought that this was going to go to everybody and their mother thought that that was going to be Matt Hardy being the Exalted One, but instead it was Brody Lee. And not only that, he cut a fantastic promo, and for me, man, that segment made this the segment of the year, bro. That promo, I mean, made this segment of the year. Him ribbing Christopher Daniels, basically telling him you're not the first out of touch old man who didn't see anything in me, and it was fantastic. Putting himself back on the map, it was absolutely incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, man, and the Exalted One revealing himself to be Brody Lee is my AEW segment of the year. And who do you got, man?
Yeah, bro. Although that segment was absolutely amazing, I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks and Hangman and Kenny interview, man. That interview was something else, man. Just the whole storyline of the Elite implosion into one interview, man. You had Young Bucks preaching about how they're the best tag team in the world. Kenny agreeing with them and saying that the tag team of Hangman and Kenny was just a thing that happened. And Hangman being pissed, he sees that as an attack on himself, man. He just sees his career just at the spiral, and that this was the biggest accomplishment of his career, and that not only was Kenny downplaying it to him, but so was the Bucks, and the Bucks were trying to take the titles from him, and it was just had so much emotion from Kenny into that segment, man. He had Young Bucks dogging on Kenny for drinking, not Kenny, dogging on Hangman for bringing the drink. They were it was just the emotions, the history, it all led up to this segment, man, and it was just amazing, man, and it was just another piece in their massive but great storyline, man. That is long-term booking, and this segment is a perfect spot in that booking, man, and I just love it, man. Just what it built up to and what it was built up to is just amazing, man, and it continues to this day, man, and I just can't wait to see the conclusion to it, man.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. What a amazing segment that was. That sit-down interview. And next up, we have the worst booking decision of the year for AEW, and the nominees are Cody beats Brody Lee for the TNT Championship in the dog collar match on October 7th, 2020 edition of Dynamite. The Tooth and Nail match from All Out. Brody Lee in an AEW World Championship match at Double or Nothing 2020. Miro being paired with Kip Sabian, and Cody's first TNT title reign. Yikes.
God.
Although Cody's first TNT title reign was that bad, I am going to have to give this to Cody beats Brody Lee on the October 7th edition of Dynamite. What a way to stifle his momentum in a victory that Cody Rhodes did not need at all after he put Brody over so hard and came back, and he just had to get his win back, man. To me, that was horrible. That was selfish as fuck. He did not at all need that. He lost the belt to go film a hosting show and let Brody Lee hold the belt while he was gone. And it absolutely was a horrible, horrible booking decision. And to me, that takes the cake in AEW this year. What about you, man?
Yeah, bro, I had to go with the same, man. Now, listen. Although his first run with the TNT title was bad, and it was putting down the mid-card division, it was the victory and the regain of that title over Brody Lee that was really the worst thing, bro. Like, his first TNT run wouldn't have been as bad as he would have just never won it back. It was the fact that he won it back after that garbage ass first run was just the killer for me, man. You stifle Brody Lee's run just to win it back, just to try to do the same thing you were gonna do that which already failed with your first run. Come on, man. That was fucked up, and that was selfish of him, man. He should have thought of the bigger picture, and he should have just let Brody keep the title, man. And just and didn't he lose it like 2 or 3 weeks later?
Mm-hmm.
Just to do that, man. You couldn't at least let Brody hold it for that little longer, man. Come on, man. He did not. It was just this. It was this decision that made everything worse for Cody, man. Like I said, his first run wouldn't have been as bad as he would have just not regained it back. But the fact that he regained it back was just bullshit, man. Literally, he let Brody win that title just so we could go film that fucking show with Snoop Dogg, man. That was the only reason Brody was able to hold that title for that little ass amount of time. And that was just selfish of Cody Rhodes, man. But yeah, bro, that's definitely the worst booking decision of this year, man. It was just bullshit, and it was just selfish of Cody Rhodes, man. And it better not happen again.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely not the smartest of the booking decisions for Cody.
Nope.
Okay, man. Moving on here for the AEW match of the year, and your nominees are FTR versus the Young Bucks from Full Gear 2020. The Young Bucks versus Adam Hangman Page and Kenny Omega from Revolution 2020. Kenny versus Pac in a 30-minute Iron Man match in February 16th, 2020 edition of Dynamite. FTR versus Hangman and Kenny from All Out. And Cody versus Brody Lee, even though we did not agree with the outcome, in the dog collar match on October 7th edition of Dynamite. And the winner for me, hands down, goes to the Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page, bro. What a classic match they put on. We got the tease of Hangman giving Kenny the buckshot lariat, bro. We got the furthering of the Elite Implosion. They're fucking with Hangman, bro. They're getting in his head. He doesn't know who's on his side or what to believe, man. Such great storytelling, bro. The crowd was into it, man. It was just, what a fantastic match. What a fantastic match by these two teams, man. So for me, hands down, that goes, I'm going to give that the AEW match of the year for 2020.
Yeah, bro. As much as I love the match that you picked, man, I have to go with FTR versus the Young Bucks, bro. Now, the beginning of that match was slow, I will admit, but after it picked up, it was just amazing, man. One of the best tag team matches I've ever seen, man. Loved it to the core, man. But the thing to me that really elevated this match was just the legendary what-if status of this match. We've been saying, imagine FTR or Revival and the Young Bucks since 2016, man. And finally, in 2020, we got that match, man. And it was just amazing to see. The feud itself, the match itself, that's what elevates it to my number one spot, man. It's just so amazing to see after all these years of what turned into a slogan of fuck the Revival, from a cease and desist from Vince McMahon, to the FTR saying, to the Revival adopting that as their name, man. And it's come full circle to this match, man. And that match was just amazing. Like I said, although it did start off slow, that match picked up unbelievably, man. And it was just unbelievable, man. But the legendary status of this match is probably the most legendary what-if match of the modern era. And it fucking happened, and it was great.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Next up here, ladies and gentlemen, we have the AEW Rivalry of the Year. And the nominees are the Bucks versus FTR, Jon Moxley versus Jericho, Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston, the Bucks versus Hangman and Kenny, and the Elite Implosion, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner is, for both of us, the Elite Implosion, bro. All stemming from that interview, bro. Man, honestly, if you really want to go back that far, this started when Hangman did not capture the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, man. When he lost to Chris Jericho, something changed in him. And from there on out, man, he started drinking. And he wanted to leave the Elite. They wouldn't let him leave. And the Bucks got that title shot. That sit-down interview happened. They called him a jobber. He called them out. Fantastic character work here. I mean, so fantastic by the Elite Implosion. Obviously, then you go further to the Bucks doubting themselves and getting serious, beating FTR. You have Kenny breaking up with Hangman after they lost the tag belts. Not the way I would have did it, but whatever. But you have that, man, and just an incredible range of storytelling here. From everybody in this group except for Cody, because he just seemed to forget that he was ever in this faction. But yeah, man. But nonetheless, bro, such a fantastic feud. Down to a T, great storytelling, man, for sure.
Yeah, bro. We had to go with the same, man. This storyline is something built up since the creation of AEW, man. From that loss of Hangman Page to Chris Jericho, and it's just been a downward spiral of his career since, man. That one segment where they broke the mirror and said they kicked him out of the Elite, slammed the door, and there was Hangman looking at the broken mirror, man. Man. So many things. Just this feud, this storyline, it's just been amazing, man, and it's still not over, man. Now this is what you call long-term booking. It's not the same match at fucking 4 pay-per-views in a row. This is long-term booking, man, and it's just amazing, man. Just Hangman's downfall, and I can't wait to see his rise, and him beat Kenny for that title eventually, man. It's just good to see where the Young Bucks have gone from baby faces to starting to become heels to baby faces again, man. To Kenny, his fucking change, man. It's just been great, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that infamous shot of the Bucks and Kenny celebrating, and Hangman's in the tunnel, staring,
amazing,
ready to come congratulate them, but he just couldn't. Man, I'd like to see Kenny, Gallows, and Anderson maybe gang up on Hangman, and the Bucks come to his defense.
Yeah, they broke him back into the Elite.
Great storytelling there. Great fucking storytelling by everybody in this group. Moving on here to the AEW Rivalry of the Year. Oh, motherfucker, we just did Rivalry of the Year. Moving on to the AEW Tag Team of the Year, sorry. The nominees are FTR, the Young Bucks, Hangman and Kenny, the Best Friends, and the Inner Circle. Whether you take that as Santana and Ortiz, Hager and Jericho, or the Inner Circle as a whole, or if you take that as the original Inner Circle, or the Inner Circle with MJF, there's been a lot of different variations, and Wardlow, of course. But all those nominees being said, man, I have to give this to none other than the Young Bucks. At every step of the way this year, these guys delivered, bro. Obviously, Revolution. To me, match of the year in AEW. Then, you want to move it on to... What did they do at Double or Nothing?
Who the fuck did they face? I don't remember. Were they at... Who? I don't think they were at Double or Nothing. In a match. Not that I remember. What was the match?
Let's see.
Was it Stadium Stampede?
Yep, that's what they were in. I was gonna, cause I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, what did the Elite even do? And then I'm like, oh shit, right? Yeah, that one of the best cinematic matches of the year. That actually is in the nominees for when we get onto All of Wrestling. Hint, hint. They would go on to put on a great match with FTR, the Lucha Bros, and the Young Bucks, and that huge 8-man tag at Fyter Fest, I think that was. Fyter Fest. Fantastic spots there. Or fantastic match, I mean. They did have fantastic spots too, but fantastic match there. Then moving on to All Out. They had that wonderful match with the Jurassic Express. Great match to a very bad show. And to top it off, bro, you have FTR versus the Young Bucks at Full Gear. What a fantastic match. This tag team, in my opinion, is the greatest tag team on the planet. These guys are just amazing. These guys are absolutely fucking amazing, and they deliver. They deliver time and time again, and another tag team that's undeniable. And I'm so glad they never went to WWE because they'd be denied so fast. But these guys are fantastic. The Bucks are one of a kind, bro. They truly are. And to me, they are the AEW tag team of the year.
Yeah, bro. As much as I love the Young Bucks, I have to go with FTR for my pick of tag team of the year. Now, the FTR are the definition of the spotlight, bro. They went from being almost literal clowns in WWE to literally, arguably, the best tag team in the world, man. Yet again, and it's just amazing to see, man. They just became what they should have been, or what they were, even better than what they were in NXT, man. They became that again, but so much more, man. They took the spotlight in AEW for all the right reasons. People love them, and it's just good to see them doing good, man. To me, it's like a sauce situation, man. It's just good to see them finally doing good, and that's just gonna be for the rest of FTR's career, because they ain't the only time they would leave AEW is to go visit an Impact, a New Japan, and whatnot, man. But they're staying in that circle of AEW, man. And they're definitely, all they did this year, they made their mark. They returned. They're doing great, man. They're having great matches. And they had a great run with those titles. And they just got to be my tag team of the year, man. I'm an FTR guy through and through, man. They're my tag team of the year for AEW.
For sure, bro, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. Moving on here, the AEW Female Star of the Year. Yikes, this was a hard one. A lot of you may disagree with us here, because there's not really much to choose from. I mean, anybody that's good at least. The nominees are Hikaru Shida, Nyla Rose, Anna Jay, Thunder Rosa, who's technically not even employed with AEW, but
who cares?
Who else are we gonna put? And Dr. Britt Baker. And the woman of the year for me, for a different reason, is Anna Jay, man. I thought, personally, earlier this year, she came out as the star of the show. Interesting gimmick. It could have went somewhere. Never ended up going anywhere. And so they decided to put her as number 99 of the Dark Order, and ever since then, bro, she's came into her own. She's became a fantastic character. She's become a lovable character on BTE. She became a funny character. She's really came into her own, man, and she's fantastic in the ring, and I genuinely want to see more done from her. I really do, because the women in this women's division suck. And they need to learn how to take criticism with that, and they need to learn how to push better people, because no offense to Anna Jay, but if Anna Jay is your superstar of the year, there's a problem.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And she's great.
Oh, yeah.
But when you look at what she's done this year, not that much. But the women's division just sucks. So therefore, for me, I thought she really came into her own, and she was just a very enjoyable part of this year, seeing her go into her new Dark Order character, man. And yeah, for me, that's the reason she gets Female Superstar of the Year, bro.
Yeah, bro, I had to go with the same, man. Anna Jay, one of the only women that even fucking says something that shows charisma in this fucking company, man. But she, I don't even remember her before the Dark Order, actually. You said she had the what gimmick?
Star of the show.
I don't even remember seeing her on AEW TV before the Dark Order, man. But she was in the Dark Order, number 99, and she really has came into her own, man. She was she was basically the only person before Silver that got popular that Brody didn't yell at. She did good, and she just slowly and surely got charismatic, came into her own, man, and just became the best woman they got, man. She can wrestle, she can talk, she's getting really good at talking, man. So she's definitely the best woman they've got so far, and no dig on her, man, but that's just sad. Like, bro, come on, man. But overall, she's doing great, man. I think she's gonna have a great 2021. But she had a great 2020, and she's on my list for AEW Women of the Year. She's my pick, along with yours.
For sure, man. And next up, the AEW Male Superstar of the Year. And the nominees are Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, MJF, Cody Rhodes, and Darby Allin, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner is, for both of us, Jon Moxley, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic year Mox had. Just turning himself as to what he was last year, just making himself so badass that year being in WWE. And his first couple months in AEW were okay. They were average. He was just, I mean, he was still a badass, but this year he transformed himself into world championship material. And yeah, bro, what a fantastic year for Mox. Obviously, he was in 2 Rivalry of the Year nominees, and he just had an incredible year, bro. He really did. Through every step of the way, always delivered, always put on fantastic matches, always fucking wrecked shit with the promos.
Oh, bro.
Always great to see from Mox. And yeah, man, for me, he is, and for Sir K as well, man, he is the male superstar of the year in AEW.
Yeah, bro. Moxley, like Drew McIntyre this year, has proved that baby faces can actually be fucking cool, man. And although I love Drew's run, I'm gonna have to go with Mox over him for baby face of the year, because he's definition of just a badass, bro. He doesn't fight for good, he just does him, bro. And he's just a badass, bro. And Mox, multiple great feuds throughout the year, man. From Eddie Kingston to Chris Jericho to MJF, man. He just put on great feud after great feud, great promo after great promo, and he ran shit as a great AEW champion. He, could have been better this year, but that's all because of COVID-19, and he would have went and did crazy shit if it wasn't for it, man. But even though with it, he was still an amazing world champion and a great proof of the fact that babyfaces can be cool.
Most definitely, man. And now, as we move on to all of wrestling, bro, we got a lot of topics here to discuss with you guys, man, and we're gonna kick it off with segment of the year, ladies and gentlemen. We have segment of the year. We have your nominees. They are Bray Wyatt's segment with John Cena. It is the segment from March 27th edition of SmackDown, and it is the segment where The Fiend is standing up on that little NXT podium, and then Bray Wyatt scares Cena. Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt scares Cena from behind, and it goes off the air. Colt Bray comes back for Braun Strowman. That happened on June 19th edition of SmackDown. The Bucks, Hangman and Kenny interview from the one with Jim Ross we were just talking about on February 16th edition of SmackDown. The Dinner Debonair segment between MJF and Chris Jericho on the October 21st edition of Dynamite, and the Exalted One reveals himself on March 18th edition of Dynamite. So, the winner is, for both of us, the segment between Bray Wyatt and John Cena on March 27th edition of SmackDown, bro. The way Cena was just making fun of The Fiend, and all the puppets came up, and the lights went out, they came back on, and you hear this dark, eerie sound as Cena is staring dead at The Fiend, who's just watching him from the podium. Cena's staring at him, so focused on him. And Bray Wyatt yells in Cena's ear, "Firefly Funhouse, Bray," while The Fiend is still up on the podium. "Let me in." Cena's shooken up and the lights go off. What a fantastic storyline. What a lot of fantastic segments that went behind this. And it was overall just a fantastic feud. And again, great segment. For me, that was segment of the year overall.
Same, bro. The best segment and the best storyline for WWE, man. That segment was top tier, bro. Just the way they were able to make it without the fans. They were able to cut so much cool shit into it, man. From Cena talking trash to the puppets to him staring down the Fiend, man. One of the only times where scared Cena wasn't so bad, where it wasn't fucking garbage, man. Because usually scared Cena is laughable garbage, man. But as much as I love Cena, but this segment was just amazing, man. It just captured legit fear into John Cena, staring in the eyes of the Fiend, man. And then Funhouse Wyatt whispering in his ear, "Lights go out." That was the end of that segment, man. It was just great to see, man. It was just the great way they cut it together, man. Great use of no fans being there. Took advantage of that to the fullest, man. And it was just amazing to see, man. And it just led to the greatest cinematic match ever, man. And that's just how it was, man.
For sure, man. Piece of art here, piece of art.
Truly.
With that segment, 100%. Moving on here, man, we have the resurgence of the year in pro wrestling as a whole, and the nominees are Kenny Omega, Brody Lee, Alexa Bliss, Bobby Lashley, and Roman Reigns. Now, although all of these people had a fantastic resurgence, I am going to have to give this one to Kenny Omega. This guy sucked in the beginning of the year. Although he was putting on great matches, sucked as far as character. I remember when they were in the Nightmare Factory, he was wrestling with Michael Nakazawa. Just bad, okay? Even though he was putting on great matches, horrible character, bro. Fast forward to December 2nd. Fast forward to the start of the AEW Eliminator Tournament. He started just being badass again, being the cleaner, just wrecking the competition, bro. Fantastic work by Kenny Omega, bro. And now he is on a fucking roll. And if you ask me, I'd say right now he's even hotter than Roman Reigns is, bro, and that says a lot because Kenny Omega's hitting the strides right now, and he's doing a fantastic thing with that title. He's gonna elevate it to new heights, and at the same time he's merging these two companies to work together, bro. So Kenny had one of the best resurgence, if you ask me.
Yeah, bro. As great as Kenny's was, I'm gonna have to go with Brody Lee, man. Brody Lee is my pick, bro. He went from being the second hand to Bray Wyatt to being the own leader of his own cult, and it was just amazing, man. He went from being this silent fucking hick in the Wyatt family to being the loud, aggressive, fucking great dick Vince McMahon fucking play on a Vince McMahon leader of the Dark Order, man. It was just crazy to see, man. We all loved, me and you, and most of the fans, always loved Luke Harper, and always wanted them to do something with him, man. And he changed, he got released, and he became the great Brody Lee, Mr. Brody Lee, and he's just so amazing at it. Who knew that he would have became what he has become, bro? And it's just amazing, man. And it's just so good to see, man. And although there were some booking decisions with him that weren't too great in AEW, overall, man, Brody Lee is just such a changed person. He's so different from what we thought he could do, man. And it's just good to see him doing good, man. And he's definitely my change of the year, man.
For sure, man. And man, I just want to say, bro, my runner-up was 100%. Bobby Lashley. I want to say,
yeah,
bro,
man.
just
Fuck.
how that guy has fucking became a completely different person is fucking beats me. Next up, man, failed run of the year. The nominees are Retribution, Jurassic Express, Miro, John Morrison, and Rhea Ripley, ladies and gentlemen. And the winner goes to... I know I said my WWE one was John Morrison, but I want to say, as pro wrestling as a whole, I want to say the failed run of the year for both of us goes out to none other than Retribution. The massacre of 5 great talents gone to shit for a shitty gimmick, a shitty reason why they're all together. Just all around trash, all around just a very, very garbage gimmick. And it, like I said, it ruined 5 careers, bro. So for me, this was the failed run in the entirety of pro wrestling, man.
Yeah, bro. I already talked about Retribution, man, but kill 5 careers, man. And although they have to defend it, the more they defend it, the worse they look, man. They just literally killed 5 careers, man. And the only way to get those careers back is them leaving the company, which I don't see half of them fucking doing, man. So it's the worst booking decision of the year. Besides what happened with Wyatt, definitely this is the worst booking decision of the year.
Yeah, man. And moving on to the return of the year, the nominees are Sting from Winter is Coming version of Dynamite, Edge from the Royal Rumble 2020, FTR from May 27th, 2020, and Roman Reigns SummerSlam 2020, and Brody Lee from March 18th version of Dynamite. The winner goes to, for me, again, I said this in my WWE one, but the winner goes to the return of the year being Roman Reigns. Obviously, like I said, I hated him beating Wyatt I hated Wyatt being the Universal Champion for only 7 days, and I hated Wyatt's spot, them forgetting all about Bray because Roman's back now. And the reason that Bray had to surrender the title was because Roman was ready to come back, so it was only a matter of time anyway. And yeah, but not that, other than the fact that it was completely shocking. It was what was to come with it, like I said, man. Great feud with Jey Uso, great feud with Kevin Owens, great storytelling, great character development by Roman Reigns, and he had a wonderful return, man. So, to me, he is my return of the year for 2020.
And what is my return of the year for all of pro wrestling is the same for my return of the year for AEW. I have to go with FTR, bro. They came into AEW and made an already great tag division that much better and that bigger, man. And that just goes to show how big of a name they are in this industry, man. And it's just good to see them doing good and being the top guys that they always were and that they should have always been treated, man. And it's just, they're my return of the year, man. They've just came back completely a different people in this year, man. And it's just good to see they changed the vision in a great way, made it even bigger than it already was, and just overall are a great piece to wrestling's tag team divisions.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And moving on to the worst booking decision of the year. Nominees are Goldberg beats Bray Wyatt. I can't believe I had to utter that fucking more than once in one night. Goldberg beats Bray Wyatt at Super Showdown 2020. Charlotte goes back down to NXT. Cody Rhodes beats Brody Lee in the dog collar match. Miro and Kip Sabian being paired together. And Retribution. Fucking T-bar.
Fucking teabag.
The winner is, the undisputed winner is fucking Goldberg beats Bray Wyatt at Super Showdown 2020. Again, this will be the worst booking decision next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. This is the worst booking decision in WWE history. Horrible. Again, Goldberg, selfish. He, like I said earlier, I couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it any fucking better. But he wanted to beat Bray because he felt like he was a superhero. But on that night, he proved to be the biggest supervillain because he is a selfish bitch, and he does not fucking deserve to keep on taking spots from people. And now it's looking like he's going to take a spot from somebody else who could benefit from a Universal title match at WrestleMania a lot more than he can, because his time's up. And he's just one of these fucking old timers that's holding on to the past, and he'll come back for any amount of cash, and he doesn't give a shit about anybody else's career but himself. So for that, fuck you, Bill. Good night.
Yeah, bro. Worst big decision is this motherfucker, this bald fuck, beating the Fiend Bray Wyatt, man. Now listen, fuck Goldberg. He always says he's a hero. First of all, these kids don't even know you, let alone see you as a hero, bro. I barely knew you, I've heard of you, bro. The only people that know of Goldberg are people our dad's age. Oh, man, Goldberg, man, he took a opportunity from someone on the roster, and he attempted to bury the Fiend Bray Wyatt, man, even though, fucking bitch, fucking Goldberg, man, even though it fucked up Wyatt, man, he's still not, well, I mean, he wasn't dead, and now Bray Wyatt, man, Goldberg just fucked it all up this year, man. He was the biggest catalyst in the downfall of Bray Wyatt this year, man. And Goldberg is just a selfish old prick who fucking built his career on garbage squash matches, who has a legacy of being a prick now. Everyone hates this motherfucker. He almost killed The Undertaker. He fucking, man, Goldberg is a just massive piece of shit overall, man. He is selfish, he's greedy, he's disrespectful, he takes spots away from people. Fuck Goldberg. Worst booking decision ever. End of 2020. Goldberg beating the Fiend.
Yeah, 100%. Moving on here, we have the cinematic match of the year. We have the cinematic match of the year, and the nominees are the Firefly Funhouse match from WrestleMania 36, the Stadium Stampede match from Double or Nothing 2020, the Boneyard match from WrestleMania 36, the Elite Deletion from Full Gear 2020, and the Swamp Fight from Extreme Rules 2020. And the winner is, for both of us again, the Firefly Funhouse match. Like I said earlier, bro, greatest cinematic match I've ever watched in my entire life. So therefore, hands down, gotta give it to Bray Wyatt and John Cena. Masterpiece of his life, and for the hatred of John Cena from the Bray Wyatt character, absolutely fantastic work of art by these two men, and just greatness happening right before our very eyes. Fantastic cinematic match, loved it. Yeah, man. So got my vote.
Yeah, bro, same, man. Greatest cinematic match we've ever seen so far, man. The nostalgia, the breakdown of both Cena's and Wyatt's history, man. They're, just all the references, all the just good memories we get to see, and bad memories we get to see in that match, man. And it was just great shit, man. It was just amazing. It was just literally just perfect, man. And they did everything right. Wyatt is a fucking genius. And he fucking took back one of the biggest mishaps, L's, whatever the fuck you want to call it, career fuck-ups from John Cena. He took it back, and he put it back onto John Cena, man. And it was just great shit, man. Definitely best cinematic match of 2020. No doubt about it.
No question, man. No question whatsoever. Moving on here to the match of the year. The nominees are the Young Bucks versus FTR from Full Gear 2020, the Bucks versus Hangman and Kenny from Revolution 2020, Walter versus Ilya Dragunov, which won the WWE match of the year for us, and Walter versus Ilya Dragunov from October 29th edition of NXT UK. The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan in a strap match from Royal Rumble 2020, and Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso in an I Quit Hell in a Cell match from 2020. So, without further ado, man, my vote goes to... Man, this is tough. This is really tough. You know what, man? I think I'm gonna go with Walter versus Ilya Dragunov from NXT UK to October 29th, 2020. This was so hard between the Bucks and Hangman and Kenny, but man, this match, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Walter, bar none, bro. This was definitely the match of the year for me. Fantastic. I know a lot of people don't watch NXT UK, but I swear to God, if you don't got nothing to do, please watch this match, bro. This was absolutely a fucking masterpiece by these two, and Walter's just fantastic, bro. Walter, bro, his strikes mixed with him trying to dissect Dragunov, but the fact that Dragunov wouldn't die, just incredible match. And they got in there as much storytelling as they possibly can, and it was absolutely fantastic, bro. Match of the year in 2020 for me, for sure, man. What do you got?
Yeah, bro. As much as I love that match, man, I love tag team wrestling the most, man. And I have to go with the Young Bucks versus Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. As much as I love the Bucks and FTR, man, the match, if we're looking on match itself and only match itself, I think Bucks and Hangman and Kenny was just overall just smoother and better, man. As much Bucks and FTR just, they weren't used to each other yet. First match of what's gonna be their feud, still going on in a way, and that wasn't the last we're gonna see of that match. But the match itself was slow in the beginning and it picked up at the end. But Young Bucks, Hangman, and Kenny, man, that was unbelievable from the first sequence of the match, man. And it was just amazing, man. I love tag team wrestling. It's just the flow. Those are two teams that, even though Hangman and Kenny aren't a legit tag team, they just know the flow of a great tag team match. And the modern style of polished indie tag team is just unbelievable, man. And both the Bucks and Hangman and Kenny doing that to each other, man, that's just a masterpiece in the making, man. And it's got to be my match of the year, man. I love tag team wrestling, and this was the best match itself of tag team wrestling, man. And there's no doubt about it.
Very well said, bro. Very well said. And as we come to an end here, man, we only got a couple more left. Next up, man, we got the rivalry of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, your nominees are Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, Bayley versus Sasha Banks, The Elite Implosion, Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston, and Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, ladies and gentlemen. And for me, the winner is Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. Again, short and sweet. Had to be addressed again, obviously. Fantastic match here by these two, bro. And I think, man, I think the world of these two, and they had a tremendous feud, bro. They had, like I said, it was short, it was sweet, man. It was everything. It was everything this match should have been. It was just missing the Universal title, but at that point, it's really not their fault. But they genuinely made the most of what they had, bro, and it was absolutely fantastic. Fantastic stuff by these two. Storytelling on key. Obviously, Cena and Bray having that history, and it had to be addressed again, bro. And it was just fantastic the way everything fell into place with the Funhouse match, all the segments building up to it. Absolutely incredible shit here, man.
Yeah, bro, as great as that feud was versus Cena and Wyatt, man, I'm actually have to go with the Elite Implosion, man. Now, God, even though Cena and Wyatt was how many years? What, 6 years in the making, man? I'm gonna have to go with the Elite Implosion, man. It's been over a year in the making. It's just the continuous downfall of Hangman Page and the continuous success of the rest of the Elite, man. It's just amazing storytelling, man. It's just the trials and tribulations of one man versus the great success of the other men, and it's just culminating into the ultimate feud of Kenny and or the Super Elite, is that what Kenny's calling them?
Mm-hmm.
The Super Elite versus the actual Elite, which will be Hangman and the Hung Bucks back together again versus Kenny and the Good Brothers, man. And we're gonna end up seeing Hangman Page beat Kenny Omega for that AEW World Title, and that is just gonna be amazing, amazing storytelling, man. And this feud, even though it's still going on, even though it hasn't finished, to me, of 2020, best feud of the year, man. Just the longest, the most drawn out, the most just, it's just, it's just my rivalry of the year, man. It's just so amazing to see where they are and where they're gonna end up, and it's just a whole 2020 thing, man. And it's just amazing.
For sure, man. Fantastic rivalry there. The inner turmoil of the Elite.
Mm-hmm.
Great shit here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next up, man, we have the tag team of the year. We have, yeah, man, tag team of the year, like I said, and your nominees are the Golden Role Models, FTR, the Young Bucks, the North, yes, the North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, and Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page. And the winner is, for the both of us, none other than Matt and Nick of the Young Bucks, bro. Again, all I gotta say is, at every step of the way this year, these two delivered, man. These two absolutely delivered, and they're fantastic. Like I said, they are one of a kind, bro. They get it. They exceed at it. They are tag team wrestling, bro. They are modern tag team wrestling, that is, and they are absolutely fantastic. One of two best tag teams in the world, bro, and there's no denying them. And again, great year, and yeah, bro, for me, and as well as Arcade, bro, the Young Bucks are the tag team of the year for the year 2020. Great year by the Bucks, and I'm way excited to see what they can do next year.
Yeah, bro. As much as I love FTR, man, I have to go with the Young Bucks, man. Who is the team that's on every top tag team match of the year? It's the Young Bucks. Who is the two guys that made this AEW tag team division what it is today? That is the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks are the team that literally built the modern tag team wrestling on their backs, man. They built all of this, man, and now they keep building it with the AEW tag division, man. They keep the AEW tag division strong, and these two are such humble guys, man. They're just preaching about how they don't want to take spots away from people, man. And now they are tag team champions, and they're not taking spots away from people.
They're actually introducing newer teams.
Exactly. They're building towards bigger shit, man, and they know it. They know that just they're the best tag team in the world, man. It's just all what they've done for the business as a whole. Nobody's done more for the business than the Young Bucks, man. They built tag team wrestling what it is today, man, and they're gonna keep building it next year, in 2022, and 2023, and forever, man. And it's just great to see, man. And it's just great to see what they're making tag team wrestling everything it should be, and they just want tag team wrestling as a whole to be the greatest ever, man, and they're doing it, man. They're doing it. That's why they're my tag team of the year, man. Most definitely.
For sure, man. For sure. What a great year for Matt and Nick both.
And they're hilarious, bro.
Oh God.
Nick.
Oh my God.
His monotone ass.
Now, man, on to the big boys. Like I said. Onto the big boys, like I said. Okay, the main two, here we go.
What?
Female Superstar of the Year. Your nominees are Bayley, Io Shirai, Thunder Rosa, Sasha Banks, and Hikaru Shida, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
The Female Superstar of the Year, for both of us,
Mm-hmm.
goes to none other than Bailey, bro. Bailey, fucking Cole. Talk about somebody, bro, who came into her heel run. We talked about this earlier. Delivered at every step of the year, man. With Sasha, golden role models, feuding with Sasha. Her whole tag team run with Sasha, bro, fantastic character work. Really came into her own. Got that confidence, that swagger that she needed to really step into this heel run. And Bailey is above all women for me this year, bro. What a fantastic year for Bailey, man. And I am excited, like I said earlier, man, I'm excited to see what she could do next year because she had a fantastic year this year. And yeah, bro, for sure. Bailey is the 2020 Female Superstar of the Year for me, and Sir K as well.
Yeah, bro. Bailey, man, she went on the main roster from being one of the worst treated on the main roster, one of the most worst booked, worst treated, to the best woman on WWE, man, and just of the year overall, man. She turned heel last year, man, and this year she really came into her own as a heel, man. She truly embraced it. She truly got into it, and it was just, she just played it unbelievably well, man. And she was the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion, man, and she deserved it. She needed an accolade like that on the main roster, and she got it, man. And she lost it at the perfect time to the perfect person in Sasha Banks, man. And as much as I love Sasha, no one has had a better year than Bailey, bro. she's just so great. Great in the ring, great treated this year, had great accomplishments this year, and just overall truly embraced herself as a heel this year, and was better than no other, man. So she's definitely my woman of the year also.
Yeah, man, 100%. And moving on to the last award we have to give out, we have the Superstar of the Year, man. Superstar of the Year.
Fuck.
Well, man, this one is hard. On one end, I have the GOAT, Bray. On the other end, I have Jon Moxley, the definition of a badass, bro. Mm-hmm. The definition of a true badass. A non-PG badass, that is. And man, God, yikes. For Male Superstar of the Year in 2020, I'm going to have to give this to... Man.
It's tough, bro. All these people had a great year.
If it's between Bray or Mox, that's who I'm really deciding between. Damn. I'm gonna have to go with the most anticipated announcement of the year. I'm going to have to go with the Male Superstar of the Year award goes to none other than Bray Wyatt, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, never mind. He was glitching. The Male Superstar of the Year award goes to the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Now, I understand a lot. This may be controversial to a lot of people. The Goldberg loss really set him back. Mm-hmm. Him holding the Universal title for 7 days really set him back. But above all else, I think we need to look at the whole year. You got to look at before the Goldberg match, too.
Mm-hmm.
A match of the year candidate with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
He has... He goes into this match with Goldberg, severely tarnishes the Fiend's legacy, rebounds in the best fucking way possible, and a Firefly Funhouse match, regaining his spot back against Cena. Works the whole summer to get his shit back to prominence against Braun. another fucking setback for Bray in the form of none other than fucking Vince's boy, Roman Reigns, right? Then after all of that, to still find a way to come back and align himself with Alexa Bliss, my God. Then to put on a enjoyable feud with Randy Orton, the most underwhelming of all of them, I would say, out of the year, but still a solid feud up until this point with Randy Orton. I think that was only the start, though.
Yeah.
To then be burned at TLC really, really makes me excited as to what we are going to see in the year of 2021 from The Fiend Bray Wyatt. And to me, I think he, without a doubt, gets Superstar of the Year. It was a rough year, but it was a year, I think, that taught us all about I think it was a year that taught us what Bray was all about and how much he cares and how far he's willing to go to make sure this gimmick works. And he's fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic, man. And and my hat goes off to him, bro. So he, for me, and Sir K as well, win Male Superstar of the Year.
Yeah, man. Bray Wyatt, man. The best idea of turning shit into gold, bro. Who can do it better than Bray Wyatt? Although he's been handed fuck up after fuck up by Vince McMahon or by other people to him this year, man. Every time he rebounds and makes something great out of it, man. From losing to Goldberg, making great out of it, to losing the Universal title in a week, to making gold out of it. No one's better than Bray fucking Wyatt, bro. From doing great shit with Cena, having a great feud with Daniel Bryan, having a great feud, having an underrated feud with Braun Strowman, to having a start of a great feud with Randy Orton, man. So symbolic. Bray Wyatt understands symbolism. He understands storytelling. He understands poetry, man. He understands everything coming full circle, man, and that's his whole career, is just coming full circle again and again, man. It's just a never-ending cycle for Wyatt, but he makes it great, he makes it entertaining, he makes it compelling every single time, and no one does it better than Bray Wyatt, man. Done it his whole career. 2020 is no different, man. In 2020, it wasn't amazing booking wise, but through every bad decision made to him, he made something great out of it, man, and no one can say anything else than that, bro. And Bray Wyatt is my Male Superstar of the Year, bro. He just finds a way to make good out of everything, man. And no one can do it like Bray Wyatt.
Nope. Yeah, Bray, man. We talk about the Bucks. We talk about the Bucks being one of a kind talents, bro. You're talking about a guy like Bray Wyatt as well, man. Somebody who just refuses to go away, and there's no denying that, man. You gotta see that from him. Incredible. A year of setbacks, but a year of a lot of good times, as I think we can all relate to that this year.
Yeah.
A year of a lot of setbacks and a year of a lot of
great times.
A lot of great times, a lot of learning curves and whatnot. Without further ado, man.
Yeah.
That is going to do it for the Notorious Heels Slammy Awards, bro. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the podcast, man. And yeah, I'm excited to see who we can be rating off next year.
Yeah.
For people that are a part of these Slammy lists, bro. And I'm excited to see who did great, who had a resurgence, who fell off. I'm excited to see, man. I'm excited to see. A lot can change in a year. And yeah, man. Once again, happy birthday to you, Sir K.
Thank you, bro.
And yeah, that is going to do it for this edition of the podcast, man. Get ready for tomorrow's news. We will be having an edition of the news tomorrow, the Christmas edition. And yeah, man, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. That is going to do it for the first installment of the Notorious Heels Slammy Awards, man. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, man. That is going to do it for the Notorious Heels Slammy Awards. And as far as the Slammies go, we'll see you next year. But as far as the podcast goes, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with the news and TLC predictions or results.
Fuck, peace. God damn. I'm dead.